Hall of Famer Charlie McCoy talks Dylan, Cash, and Elvis in Soul Country number 9.
I was 17. They hired me because they needed a guitar player to do a Dick Clark tour in Florida. And on the last night of our tour, we had a surprise guest, Chuck Berry. And I was like freaking out, and I finally said, Mr. Berry, what would you like for me to do? And he said, just be careful, son. I worked with Elvis 13 albums. 1965 was the first session. He couldn't even go out on the street hardly. And the studio was his safe place, surrounded by people he respected and liked, doing what he loved to do. So he was completely relaxed in the studio. We did the box around. I would like to take credit for what I played, but Paul Simon dictated every note to me, and he was right. Fun thing on Bona was Johnson one afternoon, he says, listen, tonight he wants to do a song with a Salvation Army sound. Maybe we're going to need a trumpet player and a trombone player. I said, does a trumpet need to be good? He said, no, it's Salvation Army. I said, then I'll play trumpet.
Charlie with the trumpet.
And I called a friend of mine, a trombone player, and we did Everybody Must Get Stoned. And all that noise, the yelling and laughing, that was live on the recording. But I must say, what Dylan coming here did for Nashville recording was absolutely amazing. We needed more studios, and more musicians are getting to work. I have a new tuning. It's called the country tuning. That reed was raised a half pitch, half step. So now I can play. But if I need it, I was booked to work with Johnny Cash. Lyrics for Orange Blossom Special, I never knew there were such. To me, it was just a fiddle showpiece, And he walked over to me and said, can you play a solo on this? So I figured out a thing with these two harmonicas. After the session, he walked over, can you show me how to do that? And I said, yeah, okay. So I showed him and I said, here, you can have these two harps. Pete Fountain, that way he played clarinet was, that tone he had is so great, I did an album for Monument called Harp and the Blues, and I decided to do all kinds of blues in it. There's even a song in there called A Tribute to Little Walter. And I wanted to do Basin Street Blues. So I asked Fred Foster, I said, do you know either Pete Fountain or Al Hirt? I get on the plane, with the old big 2-inch tape, fly to New Orleans, morning session. I go to the session and here they both come in. They both had clubs on Bourbon Street and they both played late at night. And I felt so bad about it because, my God, these guys are probably normally still sleeping, But we did Basin Street Blues. They got it first take. And it was a magic thing. And Pete said, man, you want us to do it again? I said, no. No. This dog will hunt, man. And I love it.
Visit soulcountry.com for full episodes, playlists, and more.
Have mercy, baby.